Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Fit with Brit. Welcome back. Um, ooh child. I've been super busy, y'all. Like busy. I'm gonna get back to my posting my workouts though. But until then, I'm gonna be doing a few talking videos. So stay tuned. But today I want to tell y'all about basically placeholders, time wasters, all of that type of stuff, because I want y'all to not waste y'all time. Like, if you are somebody who experienced this, you know exactly where I'm coming from with this and what I mean. So when you're dating is the time to collect information. The first person you meet is not supposed to be your everything and your forever, but unless y'all are aligned and equally yoked. Okay, so if y'all hit it off and y'all vibing good and well, sometimes that's a possibility that can happen to people. But a lot of times that doesn't quite happen. Sometimes you gotta, like they say, kiss a few frogs. Some women are lucky and get their first guy. That's right, kudos to them, but most people don't. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about time wasters and placeholders. And this video might be a little triggering if you in this situation, or if you just now getting out of a situation like this. So if you are in your feelings and you not healed and you haven't worked on yourself and processed and look back on your relationship or your marriage or whatever, don't even watch my video, because it's about to get real. And I know from experience, because I did this before, okay, for a whole decade. So I'm gonna tell y'all the real and the raw, straight up. So when you're young, depending on your culture, most people just dating for fun and playing around. Sometimes you end up with a person, but yeah, so I'm gonna get to it. So the signs to look for with a place or somebody who's trying to keep you as a placeholder is inconsistency. Number one, they never can fall through with their promises. When they promise you something, they never planning nothing for you to, like, if you mention stuff you want to do, they're not planning nothing for you. They like extending and postponing stuff. They postponing stuff every time y'all want to plan something or do something. That's a sign that they could be keeping you as a placeholder, and that person is a time waster. And when you like bring it up and talk to them about it, sometimes they'll flip it on you and act like you tripping, or you asking for too much, or you being too spoiled, or stuff like that. But sometimes people like to have the convenience of you and not really you. And this is something I had to learn myself in my own experience as a youngin'. I had to learn that sometimes people just use you for your energy and your vibes and your knowledge, anything they can get out of you, and they'll be gone about their business. Sometimes it's not reciprocity. So you got to make sure that it's somebody who's following through with their words, following through with their actions. Mainly actions. Actions is the most important thing. And it don't matter, I'm telling y'all, dudes know what they want and who they want. I think that's another reason I got zero tolerance, because of all them foo-foo games, all that talking and stuff. It's just like, I ain't gonna say it's a trigger for me. It could be a trigger for me, but I instantly get turned off if you not following through with your words, and you not consistent making plans and doing what you're supposed to, or trying to move this thing along. That's called you being a placeholder. So they keeping you on the back burner to hold on to you for your backup plan B person, your just in case back pocket woman, while they go scavenge you around trying to see what else is out there. That's what they do. When you've been bringing up things that you want and you want to move forward, and they talking in circles and they not moving, and they flipping it on you and stuff like that. That's because when somebody really wants you, you don't even have to ask them. They moving forward and they making moves on their own. I've seen it done plenty times, child, in real life. I got story time for days on how fast men move when they want you. So do not be like me, wasting 10 years with somebody. Okay, please, young girls, especially young people, do not do that. Once you see that it's inconsistency in it's games and it's a bunch of riffraff and talking, mainly manipulation, mainly, that's really what it boiled down to. Once you catch on to that, you can bounce. You don't have to sit around for that, okay? And it's many ways people will trick you to fall for the games they play to keep you. And it's up to you, women, ladies, it's up to you to see through that and go. Because once you catch, like I said, once you catch on to their game, now you know you're wise enough to know what they're doing. So now it's on you. And now you know all this time went by and it's been no progress. If it's all that talking and I'm going to do it, I'm going to see, I'm going to try. We're not doing trying as Negroes no more. We don't do trying that. We don't do that over here. Either you is or you ain't. Okay? You is or you ain't. Yes or no. Ain't no in between over here. So yeah, don't waste years, because I'm telling you, like, years will roll by so freaking fast. Years will roll by fast, y'all. And you look back, you will be like, dang, where did time go? And then you realize most of your time was like, it's a blur because it fly by. You don't, when you in it, you don't even realize that you in it. But once you get out of it, once you take sex and emotions out of it, you can look back and you can pinpoint each mistake you made and each time that a person tried to keep you on the back burner to hold you just in case. So it's up to you to leave though, y'all. So if you know that's not what you want, and you know that's not the life you want to live, and that's not the future you're trying to have, then you can go. You know, you don't gotta stay in that. Go. I made a video about like leaving in situations that's not serving you. Oh my God, these people is out here fooling. The Muslims out here dancing at the park. They got their speaker on and everything. I know that's right. Oh. Anyway, yeah, so if you're not conscious, if you don't pay attention to your life and your future, it ain't about what your partner want. Like I said before, it ain't about them. It ain't about what they want. It's about you, your happiness, and what you want. Because it's not no one-sided thing, because you giving them all of everything and you're not getting nothing back. So if that's not what you want, then you go. And how you do that is like this. You need to think about your future. This is what I did. So when I was like, I'm going to say maybe 24 or 25, I had seen the light. And so once I seen the light, I end up, stayed a little bit longer because of grieving. I was grieving and I wasn't in my right state of mind. And sometimes people play on your vulnerability. That's a whole nother video on how people can. But baby, people can prey on your vulnerability when you're going through deaths or something tragic. When you need a shoulder to lean on, they will use that to keep you hung and strung along because you ain't in your right state of mind. Anyway, so what I did was I thought about my future when I was in my young days. So I'm like, okay, I already done gave, maybe 8 years at that time. I left at 10. And I told myself, I said, I'm not doing this TMO. If you ain't got it by now, you ain't gonna get it. And then so I was saying to myself, and my future self, if I'm in my 30s, 40s, and 50s, I'm not about to do the same thing. And it's not your job to wait on somebody to mature and to get it right, ladies, okay? You don't have to wait because they know what they want. Because as soon as they get the right person they want, they clean it up fast. And they didn't clean it up fast for you because you were just a convenient back burner woman. I know, y'all. I've been there, and I know how it feels. So I'm here for you. I know what it feel like. It don't feel good, but you got to understand manipulation. You got to learn how to see through excuses. You have to learn how to see through lies. You have to learn to see through weak ass sob stories, because I'm gonna tell you something that some will do. Some will bring up all y'all memories. Some will bring up history. Well, this okay. Some will try to use the kids to make you stay. They'll use family. They'll use the marriage. They will use anything to get you to stay. And so you can't fall for that. You cannot fall for when you're all like, they want to keep blowing your phone up and well, me, I'll be ignoring. So when they blowing your phone up, they want to be outside your house, calling you outside, talk about, I want to talk, let's talk, please. Because when you leave for good, they know you're serious. But when you leave for good, you got to stay gone for good. And I know because I did the back and forth for all those years. I know. That's toxic, y'all. That's not healthy. So if you got that type of relationship, that's not normal and it's not healthy. All that on and off stuff is not good. All the time. Not all the time. So yeah, you can't fall for them like weak little talks that they want to give you, roses popping up at your job, buying you jewelry. Some dudes with money will buy you some grand gifts to get you back. But you gotta have nah. I never been in that situation where nobody bought me no grand gift. Okay, so I'm not about to sit here and say, oh, just give it back and walk away. Hell no, because I don't know, I probably would take it too. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. But so yeah, you can't fall for that stuff though. You can't fall for them sob stories. You can't fall for the weak little memories, like I said, all them remember this and remember that, and oh, remember we did this and we kissed like that. Oh, remember this is our song. Because manipulative men will use anything to try to get you to stay, especially history. And you got to tell them, like, history don't mean nothing, because they will use them funky years. I'm telling y'all, they will use them years like it was gold. It was gold to them, but to you, maybe not so much. You know, I mean, probably the beginning was probably gravy and good for both, but eventually one person gets fed up. So yeah, you can't fall for that. When they get I'm telling you, there's so many tricks people use. It's crazy. I could write a book. But once you catch on to that game, you don't fall for it no more. You move around, you get the hell on. Because you know your worth, you're not about to do this. Because you believe patterns. And that's why I teach and preach, pay attention to them actions and them patterns. Because that's going to show you. And that show you from jump too, y'all. But I was a young gal, okay? I was like, 16 or something. So I didn't know how to vet and qualify men, because I wasn't taught how to vet men. And also, examples. When you got clowns as a bad example around your daughters, most likely she gonna get with the same type of clown she was raised around. So, yes, that's a serious thing. Pay attention to who you got around your kids, because girls gonna marry their daddy. They gonna like somebody just like their daddy, with the characteristics and traits just like dad. So if dad is a scumbag or if dad is a good man, it depends, you know. But yeah, so I think I'm done with my preaching and teaching. Anything else I would like to add? Let's see. Just don't let nobody waste your time, man. Especially when you grown, over 25, 26, 27, 30. Don't nobody got time for those kid games and back and forth and in and out. I just had to talk to a guy and let him know, like, hey, all that popping in and out, I don't roll like that. You don't get to call me when you free away from your wife or your baby mama or your ex-wife. You don't get to call me every 2 weeks or every other week or text me every other 2 days. I don't know. I don't know who you think you is. We're not doing that. We don't do that over here. So yeah, either you is or you ain't. And you could tell with the consistency on how serious somebody is, because they gonna be up your behind left and right, chasing you up and down the street, trying to get your time, trying to see you, trying to talk to you, trying to make sure you okay, trying to make sure you ate lunch, all type of stuff. If somebody really wants you, they doing everything to please you and make you happy. And of course, reciprocate that back if they are, you know, doing it for you too. I'm not saying just don't take no just cut everybody off and be like that, but pay attention to inconsistency. Because, and another problem too is And if you had an inconsistent daddy, you probably, child, emotionally unavailable daddy, that's probably 10 times out of 10 why you attracted to those type of men. Therapy will chew a hole in your ass that you've never seen before, okay? Therapy will get you together, y'all, I'm telling you. So yeah, look in that, and don't make no excuses. I know that's your pop and your paw and them, or anybody like who was a male figure that was close to you, but mainly your dad, because your daddy's your parent. If they was inconsistent, in and out, unavailable, it's more likely that you probably will not be able to pay attention to them type of signs if you dating a man like that, because that's what you used to. You used to dad popping in, popping out, coming around when he feel like it. So when new boo come around, you thinking that that's normal. That's sad. I know, y'all, because I've been through it. So yeah, that's a whole nother story. But girl, just don't let nobody waste your time, honey, because time is something you cannot get back. And a lot of people will spend 10, 15, 20 years with somebody that they know they can't, don't, won't, can't, ain't trying to be with. All that. So life is precious, man. Life is short. And I know for me, I'm the type of person that's logical. And I'm, like I said, I always think ahead. I always been a think ahead type of person since I was young, y'all. Even before I was mature. But in my relationships, I was not thinking ahead. But as far as getting my life together, like career-wise and having a nice life for myself, I've always been a think ahead person. But I should have been applying that same energy to relationships, right? But hey, it's a lesson in this. And this lesson I learned from my experience, it's something that I could pass down and give to somebody else, because a lot of people ain't gonna tell you the real. They just gonna watch you suffer, watch you stress, watch you be depressed, and then just don't say nothing, you know. People do that because misery loves company, and a lot of people normalize toxicity and bad, unhealthy relationships. So a lot of people ain't gonna tell you, but I'm a realist. I'm gonna tell y'all, don't be doing that. So yeah, time is something very precious. Time is expensive, okay? Very expensive. So be mindful of that on who you entertaining and who you dating and who's trying to pursue you. And also like working too, wherever you working at a job, your time is valuable. So if you at like some dead end job or somewhere that's not compensating you with what you worth and what you should be getting paid, do not spend too much time there, because you won't have nothing to show for it. Like I ain't got nothing to show for toxicness, but I had 92 pounds of stress and baggage, emotional baggage. I had that, but you don't have nothing to show. And like, ladies, you can't bank on those years, because years mean nothing if you gonna be ran down, fat, haggard, depressed, pissed off, mad every day. Because man, your energy will be off when you sleep with the wrong person and you sleeping with the demon or enemy. It's gonna turn you nasty, because you gonna be not nasty in a freaky way, but nasty like bad attitude type of person. You gonna be nasty because you exchanging energies with them when you sleep around with them type of people. So and yeah, so just beware, y'all, and be careful with your time. Do not be playing. Have an end goal, and don't be getting pregnant. Stay on that birth control. Do not let nobody be trying to control your vagina and your womb. You have a child if you ready on your time, if you feel like it's something that you ready to do, because you got to be mentally, spiritually, financially, and emotionally ready to bring a baby in this world. You don't bring a baby in this world just for love and looks, because no, that's not why you have kids, especially with the wrong person, because that's not going to work out anyway in the long run. So yeah, be mindful of your future. I thought about that too when I was a youngin'. I definitely was intentional about my womb and my vagina. I do not play those type of games. Oh, no. So yeah, Be intentional, and make sure you just take your life serious, y'all. Take life serious. It's not a game, like I say. And I love y'all. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to your beautiful sis channel. I love y'all. Until next time, see you later. Have a good day.